Miquellas Haligtree. Wow. Whoa! Wow! This is big again. There seems to be a lot here. Once again. I hate myself! Anyway, it shouldn't take long to get back there. And now we don't press circle. Dying for a stone sword key. Miquellas Haligtree. I guess this is one tree that was rising to rival maybe the Earth tree. Or maybe Miquella just wanted to have a tree on her own. Like, she wanted to have also a nice and big tree. Hi. I trusted you guys. I trusted you guys in Lionel. I won't do that mistake again. Never again. Oh, but if this entire stage is going through roots, over and under branches and twigs, this won't be my favorite place in the game. Like if you every second, if there's a possibility for you every second to fall down, that's really making me nervous. I think I could also just finish the game without discovering all of this. But no way, I really don't want to. Just look at all this. This is so much Sekiro. Like the end game of Sekiro, that reminds me a big deal of that. Don't move. Don't move, stay. Don't move. Don't make me fall down, please. Oh no, though, guys. Down there saw me. I guess this is another place where it just takes ages until you figure out where everything is. Or where at least I will take ages until I've found every way and everything. Okay, first you. The sea down there is not even moving. I'm kind of afraid they will never stop shooting at me. And I don't know what to do about that. Ow. Come on. Chill out. Take a break. No need to roll. No need to do anything. Huh, Volcano Manor was way nicer than this place. Nah, this place is actually fine. I just need to deal with my own fear of falling down every second. First, not really that strong and down. But they do a lot of damage. Or maybe I got hit several times. Oh no. Oh no, not one of those plants. What is this game doing to me? It's just playing with my greatest fears. Like really, all the time in From Software games, it's just so funny. So many scenes and areas they built in, where you as the player can just tell that they just built it in because they knew it would screw with you. They just built it in because they knew you would have a hard time. And still people love it. I mean, I also love it. But I guess it's also because they include this kind of challenge. It's because they don't really make you a game that is just meant for you to be played, but that is actually for you to be beaten. Like really the feeling of you against the game. Of you accomplishing something when finishing the game. Okay, how am I going to kill this flower? I guess just spending a lot of time is the answer here. That was fun. Wow! There was really nothing here but this flower. There was no use in me killing it. Well, at least it's gone now. I guess that feels kind of good. At least I'm cleaning out all the enemies. It is cool, it's something different, but... Ooh. Almost just directly jumped off. And they made it really playable. It's not like you are always in such danger to fall down in every second. It is playable up here. But still just tough enough to give me just the greatest amount of anxieties. Oh, you have a long reach. The thing is, I also don't really dare to roll up here. And I guess that is the hardest part about this area. If I get attacked and I can't dodge the attack with walking around, I'm pretty confident that I just take the hit directly on the head. Guess this would be one path to go for me. One thing that would be really funny that I'm just thinking about is just there is patches in this game. They included patches. If he would be like, he's not in my playthrough since I killed him too fast, which I'm kind of sorry for, also kind of not. But he is included in the game, so I don't know, it would be kind of funny if he would appear randomly somewhere here and just be like, hey, there are items down there, or hey, there are items there. Let me just push you off. That would be... I mean, it would be kind of so out of place since this area is so remote and so untouched by humans, it feels like, or by other Tarnished. So I don't know, but it would be kind of funny that Patches just so randomly appears here and does what he's doing best, pushes you somewhere. Somber Smithing Stone 8. Right now it seems easy enough to go around every area in here and to kill off every enemy. It doesn't seem that there's too much. Too much troubles, too much everything. Except for this guy. He could be one tough potato. I guess could be, doesn't has to be. Envoy crown. But now I really don't want to die. Like, especially not falling off, since I've defeated so many enemies and I've been to so many places and I've seen so much. And especially with those, like, flute players, whatever they are. Especially with those around who can target you from a distance. I really don't want to have to kill them all again. I guess that's really understandable. Who's doing the clean rod? Why is there Scarlet Rod? Nah. I had to get hit eventually. They don't stop. They really don't stop. You have to get poisoned at least a little. I didn't hit him? How didn't I hit him? I did hit him, but it wasn't enough to kill him. Strange. Okay, I guess now I'm here. Why am I here? What good is it to me that I'm here now? Guess jumping down there would also be really useful. Oh, I'm still rotten. Ah, I knew it! Why am I so brain dead today? Why am I so brain dead today? Why am I just making the most stupid decision out of no reasons? That still does a lot of damage. And if I don't face this guy, I can't even heal when they're going to hit. Okay. Just running through. Another big plant. Great. Don't you dare survive! Wow, I got lucky. He could have just easily pushed me off. I guess he survived. But I guess that's him taken care of. There's even so much more here. Yum yum. Ooh, a nice happy family. I don't think that I can push them off. You. You are making way too much damage. Let me... Oh! Why not? Why Didn't you give me the visual? At least I got them as Ashes of War, or as remaining ashes. I got them as summons. Right now I'm kind of wondering if you could actually get one of those... If you could actually get one of those big plants as a summon. That would be so ridiculously out of place. Would be awesome. What are those? Lost Ashes of War. Feels kind of strange to pick that up here. Seems like this Ashes of War had so much more to say. Are those like Marika and maybe Miquella? I don't know. But since the ruins we were in before, where there was this Ever jail, they had those statues of those childs. I guess this is Miquella, but I'm not really sure. Like, that Miquella looks kind of similar to Marika. So maybe that were Miquella and Marika, because I'm pretty sure that one of them was Marika, like the older one was Marika. Or maybe the older one was Miquella and the younger one was someone completely else. Contraption doesn't move. I guess that will be a shortcut in a while. It feels so much different resting here with all of those statues around than resting anywhere else. Finally a place to spend all my runes. Or at least some of them. I'm in an area again where I'm not overleveled or overpowered. Hi! Which is interesting. Why are there misbegottens here? Why is there one attacking me through the wall? Or is he up above me? What is happening? Guess no enemies. Goodbye. And goodbye. Let me just go up here quick. I feel like if I just go straight forward, that this will be the main route. Ow. Can I wait for all of them to fall down? I guess so. I guess the others already left. There's already another save point there, and another statue of Marika and Miquella. Or who I presume are Marika and Miquella. Where did all the other rotten people go? What? Huh? I just killed 2 of them. I guess something died. Oh, so you were the one making all that ruckus before. Why wasn't I able to backstab you? Like, I meant to... I guess just tanking you real quick. Pearl Drake Talisman. +2. That's good. If I have to fight someone with magical damage. Okay, but that really was just a little side track. But a little sidetrack with more. I thought he would entrap me. But I guess he didn't even notice me. Wow. They really have a problem with the security around the Haligtree. But even here, you have the flames of the Erdtree, the ashes. Oh, great. They're all pretty terrible at aiming. This is actually perfect for me. With the blasphemous sword. No. That I can just heal up every time I kill one. They just come raining down. This place is nasty. This place already takes out the best of me. Well, I guess I also kind of already died a few times. Stupidly. Nonetheless. This isn't in use. This doesn't do me any good. This area really feels kind of weird. It feels like a representation of what Caelid should have been. Like Caelid, the rotten place in the Lands Between, like where you fight Redan. This feels like the place Caelid should have been. Don't mind me, Misbegotten. Don't mind me. But at least the Mushroom Men are back again. I could even disguise as one of these Mushroom Men. I have the armor. Hello, good fellow. Take a break. Sit down. Not so fast. Back in Castle Morn, those guys seemed harder. Those guys seemed tougher to fight. And one thing that's really surprising to me is how long this area is. I kind of didn't expect to find two new areas before finding Millennia. Man, those big Misbegottens, they just wind up for a week. Okay. Whatever good it does those Misbegottens to attack me. Why ever they just insist on killing anything around them. I won't ask any questions about this. Just know that I'm not the one to blame if they go extinct. if they die out. Perfect. I guess I didn't need to take that long to go through this area. Could have just taken the shortcut. But still, my goal is to have every enemy gone. Why, Lionel Warrior? Please say he can't come in here. He can't! Nice! I'm kind of afraid of him since he can come in here. Well, I'm not entirely afraid of him since he can come in here. But since he's jumping around so much that I'm afraid to just fall off. Why doesn't he fall off when he's like this? Yeah, come on, you are dead. Had to give me one more strike before dying. Had to give it to me. But I love this place. I mean, you can. This is so much Lord of the Rings. I don't know why I just now mentioned that. But really, there's just so much Lord of the Rings in this. Like, this is directly the home of the elves. This really straight up could be taken out of one of the Lord of the Rings games. There are 2 of those plants. I'm glad I avoided this place. And once again, even if you're walking on trees, there's no dungeon, no castle in Elden Ring, on which you don't have to jump across roofs. I guess in this kind of environment it almost makes the most amount of sense, since everything is built into the tree, so you have to kind of navigate however. This is just leading me to the ants, isn't it? Yeah. Do I want to go fight 2 ants? They aren't that hard to fight. 3 ants? They do so much damage. At least with their spitting attack. Why is everything capable of 2-shotting me in here? Sometimes even 1-shotting me. This area is just crazy. Straight up mad. And I won't even bother with this platform. I won't even bother with fighting those plants. I really have no intention to waste another 20 minutes just to fight 2 enemies. It's probably won't even worth it. Let's go over the roofs first. And maybe if I can manage... Oh. I may have fallen asleep. Oh, you're at this bit. That's okay. Yeah, well, yes. And I already raged out about this bit. Wait. Why are there crystal people? Why do they have to be crystal people? I thought they would vanish once I... Oh, that explains it. Okay, but I guess there's a third one somewhere. Okay, I'm kind of glad that I don't really have to fight the crystal P. Nope. Kind of glad that I don't really have to fight the crystal people. Because, I don't know. They're actually kind of easy, but they also just suck. Stop that. You snail, snake, bird, I don't know. Which way do I need to go forward? I guess just jumping down here, huh? Here goes nothing. Perfect. But even though I don't... even though this area is not the most amount of fun to play, it's still just an amazing area. Just beautiful to look at. And if it weren't for the way too strong enemies, it would even be fun to play in. I knew he would do that. But by now I'm also not really paying that much attention to who's about to hit me. Maybe I should pay more attention to that. Especially if they give me Scarlet Rod. But I want to say, since I'm healing on every kill anyway and there are just so many zombies around, doesn't really matter. Okay. Where's the scarab? Why does the noise of the scarab just vanishes every now and then? He was a master of intelligence. Guess there will be a way inside of that? Or can I finally use some of the doors? Nope. Come on, let me in! I really want not to go. Maybe being inside would be a nice change of pace. Maybe not. It's quite ironic. Those areas, I really missed them in the beginning phase of this game. Like in the beginning, or maybe it was just me. Doors do not door. No, no door in this door, dude. No door in this game does door. But especially in the beginning of this game, I felt like there was just... Why did I go here? This is just a way back. I felt like there's so much open world and just so many open areas, which is also kind of my own fault since I kind of skipped Stormvale Castle for the longest time. But still, like, you have Limgrave, which is an open area where you go through first. Then you have the Journey of the Lakes, where you go through, which is just a massive open space. Then you have Caelid, where you go through, which is just a massive open space. Then you have the Altus Plateau, where you go through, which is just a massive open place. And once you are, like, reaching... you also have Siofra River, where you go through, which is just a massive open space. It's like... until you reach Leyndell, or maybe... not even the Volcano Manor, but... concentration. It's not until you go like into Leyndell, where you have the sewers and Leyndell itself. I mean, before that you had the Carrion Manor, Ria Lucaria, and such, and dungeons like that. But like when you go into Leyndell, you have like a really big... like from then on, you go through those massive places that are really just like many places. In Dark Souls or Bloodborne. That was obvious. But I didn't think he would reach me so fast. He didn't really give me a time to kill his mate. So rude. This jump is doable, but do I want to do it? Where will this lead me? Guess it's just a shortcut of some sort. This place. More statues of Melania, I would reckon that this is Melania. Miquella, not Melania. Melania looks a little bit tougher, I would presume. Or maybe this is the young Melania. But that almost looks like a child who is interested in spirits and trees, and this looks like a child who would one day get a Haligtree. What was it? You're doing fabulously. You're a good wizard, you're a good wizard. Show that wall. Now he's like, could this be a trap? Indeed, it was a trap. But he doesn't seem to care about the trap. Wasn't even surprised, he just died. Mean people. Wait. Wait. No, please don't let me do this. I mean, this could be more dangerous because I think with his explosion, he could just reach me through the wall. But if this works... You're taking too long. Hitting me with your club and hitting me with your big hammer, you're taking too long. I mean, lucky for me, but he should learn his lesson. Next time he fights me, I will see him... I want to see him using faster attacks, faster spells that really show me that I can't just push them down with heavy attacks. But this place is so beautiful. Like, oh my, this is really... I did not expect an area like this to be in the game. Well, that actually goes for many of the places in here. But that they actually had buildings around the trees. I thought all the buildings and all the dungeons I thought would be mainly in the big tree, and I thought they would be inside of the tree. But this is really cool. Oh, I guess this is a shortcut. I'm so filthy. Yep. So much blood on my armor. Well, yeah, dirty, of course dirty. But also just... I wouldn't want to touch him anymore. Oh. Boss fight. Loretta! What are you doing here? Your armor is kind of nice. Last time I saw you, you were taking care of the Carrion Manor. Why are you the Knight of the Haligtree? I thought you were of the Carrion. Was Miquella actually friend of the Carrion? That was one good... oh no. Okay. Oh, that was close. But Loretta looks really awesome. She also looks like she's wearing the armor from Lord of the Rings character. Oh, come on. Second phase. Aww. Okay, either I need to start learning her moveset, or I continue just to tank her like that. To be honest, I think tanking it is. But that attack with the bow, that was mean. This one. Ooh, don't one-shot me. Come on. You're dead anyway. Ooh, I get the bow. Or I at least get the shot she was doing with this bow. Ooh. Loretta. That was cool. I could have fighted a lot better. Like maybe really dodging around to see when I have my breaks to really attack her. And kind of doing my strategy of attacking, running, attacking, running. I could have done this fight a little bit cleaner. But since I still have 5 flasks left, I don't think there was anything wrong with the way I killed her. Aww, that's kind of really cute. Probably Marika with Melania and Miquella. Miquella was really honoring her. Marika, I mean. Like, everyone says that she kind of betrayed us, that she was bad. Maybe she was. But this place makes me believe that there were plenty people who actually loved Marika. Or at least there was one. Faith. How's... I don't even actually know it anymore. How is the scaling of my weapon? Okay, Dex and Faith are actually doing the same. So leveling up Faith is not even that useful. If someday I decide to experiment with a lot of Faith spells, I will be happy to have all those points in Faith. That was nice. I'm still astonished with just how big this place looks. I mean, I've been playing this area for quite a long time until this point. And I still haven't been all around this. I did never expect that there would be any more areas north from Castle Sol. Like, I thought... this whole Haligtree situation is a surprise for me. I thought it would be somewhere below ground, maybe. But that it's really just a city like this. That the whole tree is just a city. That's almost a surprise. Or that is a surprise. But a good one. So let's see which kind of horrors I will face in here. Maybe more misbegottens, maybe more servants, maybe another kind of enemy that I have never seen before. Like, this is kind of what I'm missing lately. Any kind of enemies that I've never seen before. Or at least haven't seen, like, in the game yet. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. They really want to be sure that you have your weapons equipped to the maximum. But right now I'm kind of curious because I don't remember ever picking up a smithing stone not 9. Like, are they even existing in the game? Maybe with normal smithing stones, 8 is like the highest before Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. And I never realized that. Can I jump off somewhere? I guess not. Nah, the elevator is going so fast. Let's maybe send it back up.